as of 9th January 1980. The heading of Murli is Your Subtle Alokik Dress and Subtle Adornment. So first day we saw that how Baba explains what alokik dress is and how you are going to wear your alokik dress along with this jewelry set, the different jewelries for different virtues with full set. So how you should wear those jewelries, how you should try not to wear or not to get back to the dirty clothes. Baba also explained the different kind of dirt stains that we have of body consciousness and other sins or other vices. So Baba explained that very nicely. Yesterday also Baba explained the way how you do the service for upcoming Mahashivratri program, and it was so wondering that Baba is taking care of tiny things, each and everything. He explained very well that what you have done and what you should not have done, what was not went well, and how you should make changes in next services for all those points. So it was very nice and in detail Baba explained. Today, for the last remaining part that we are reading of this Murli, Baba is explaining, or I would rather say, Baba is praising to all the serviceable children of him. So he is actually giving motivation for the upcoming services. So how we should, go for the services, how we should go for the unlimited services. So he's explaining and he is also praising, he's motivating to go for the services. So we'll start reading now. Bap Dada's sweet, elevated versions for the serviceable children. The praise of you serviceable children is very great because you become equal to the Father. The Father comes to serve you, children, and you are also instruments. And so you have become equal to Baba. Have you not? It is those that become equal who are praised. Only those who become equal to the Father can remain constantly combined with Him. So those who are equal, only they can remain constantly combined with Him. If you are not equal, you cannot remain combined with Him. So to become equal to the Father means constantly to keep your self-respect. To become equal to the Father means constantly to keep your self-respect. Does the Father ever forget his self-respect? So, to be equal to the Father means constantly to keep your self-respect. Are you like this? Baba is asking, are you the one who are constantly able to remember their self-respect? Just as you automatically remain aware of your body, so do you also equally remain constantly aware of the Father and service? Because remembering body, it comes very naturally. We don't need to make any extra efforts. It is by default. So Baba is asking, are you also able to remain constantly aware of Father and the service? You don't have to remember your body because it is automatically remembered. Similarly, you should automatically remember the Father and the service. If you have to labor to stay in remembrance of Him, how are you going to make others into easy yogi? If you are still making efforts to remember Baba, Baba is asking how you will be able to make others into easy yogi, because the name we have is Sahaj Rajyoga, easy yoga. So if you are making efforts yourself, how you will be able to help others? To become easy yogi. The qualification of a serviceable child is to remain an easy and natural yogi. According to the time, all of your laboring should have now finished. If you are still even now having to labor or still have any questions of why or what, then you can't perform your duty. To ask why or what means to stand in a queue. Like in Hindi, Baba says, Kyun, kya, kaise, ki, Q. Q is a line. So it's like you're still standing in that line of questions. Means to stand in a queue. If you are still standing in a queue yourself, how are you going to satisfy other souls and make them content? So how you can make them feel content? If you yourself are still making requests, how would you become a bestower? To be serviceable means to continue to give and then to receive. Those who are asking why and what are those who keep begging like beggars. Those who are asking why and what are those who keep begging like beggars. Give me power, give me cooperation, make me successful in carrying out this task. To make such requests like this is like royal begging. I've always used this word royal begging. So now we don't ask for him like others, like they're doing in temple or while praying to God. But Baba says sometimes Baba you have become subtle beggars. You don't ask for such things that they are doing, but you're asking some in some different way. Like today Baba said, you are like a royal beggar. So how could those who are like beggars in this queue become bestower and give to others? So who are beggars themselves, how they can become a bestower or how they can give to others? Your childhood has now ended. In your childhood, you were given total freedom. You were given the freedom to become sensitive and cry. You were also free to think whatever you wanted to think, but no longer. So this is straight away Baba is saying, now no longer have a childish games. You have become now grown up. In fact, Baba is saying you are now near to retirement. You have now reached your stage of retirement. Things of your childhood are not continued in your age of retirement. There can no longer be any questions of what or why. Those who ask such questions are of baby quality. Those who are babies cannot become BBs, that is wives. So those who are still feeling their child, they cannot, take responsibility at the stage or like a wife. So now you have become wives of God. So you need to be that responsible. That's what Baba wants to convey. The contract is now just between the husband and wife. Your babyish stage has now ended. To become equal to the father means that you have become like husband and wife. Little children are not said to be equal. When a boy grows up and becomes a father, he is said to be equal. Even in Lokik world, Baba is saying when a child, a boy, or a son of when a son is old and get married, then he is called as equal, like friends. He's no more a son father, but it's more likely friend's relation with father. So just like that, you are no more being a childish or baby. You are now husband. You are now wives right now. The companion of God. He is said to be equal. So now finish any baby qualities. Let there not even be the thought that your sanskars are not in harmony. So not in action, but Baba is saying, don't even have a single thought that my sanskars are not in harmony. Instead, work on your sanskars. You have to make them harmonious. Who would say that their sanskars are not in harmony? Who would say this one can't change or this one won't listen? Who speaks the language of won't or can't? So Baba is asking that you should not say any more these kind of words that this person cannot change or this one can never listen. So don't use that language. Now it has to happen. You have to say Haji. So whatever Baba asks us to do, he wants us to obey and say Haji, we'll do it. You must no longer use the word no. All of you are now those who say yes. Are you not? Now stop being limited and become unlimited. You were told earlier that to think of yourself as the head of a zone is also to be limited. Look at the map and see what your zone is. It is just a point. So Baba, it seems like Baba is now talking with the head of the zones. And Baba is saying that look at the map and you will see your zone as a point. So don't consider yourself just the head of a zone, but now go into unlimited services, more into to the wider spectrum. Look at the map and see what your zone is. It is just a point. And so that is limited, is it not? Now, no longer even think that you belong to a particular place or that you are okay at a particular place. Do you want to become the master of the unlimited or of just one place? Baba is asking, you're going to become the king of the world. You're going to become kings and queens in Satyug, which is for for entire world. So how you can consider yourself limited just for a zone? So you should not say that I'm okay with one place. Do you want to become the master of the unlimited or just one place? Don't think that if your place changes, your stage will be transformed. If Baba were to send you somewhere, would you be ready for that? If Baba sends you to any place, even abroad, you should be ever ready. So Baba is asking if Baba tomorrow decide and change your places, or Baba asks you to go somewhere else, are you ready for that? And this was really happened in after this Murli, I remember, because I remember my father told me when I was child that after in 81 or 82 something, Baba actually changed everything. It was directly directions from Mount Abu, and they changed all the heads of, like for example, from Pune Mira Society head was moved to completely different state. Someone else from Punjab was came here in Pune. So like that, he really made all those changes, but it didn't go well for a long time because like we all are still Purusharthi and we are a bit comfortable in our zone. So initially it went well, but for a long time it didn't work. So they made all changes. I mean, they made it all over back the way it was earlier. But they tried this. I remember my father told this when we were child. So Baba first give the hint in this Murli, and then Baba actually tried that way. So if Baba were to send you somewhere, would you be ready for that? If Baba sends you to any place, even abroad, you should be ever ready. Baba can send you abroad or anywhere else from here. When you have to go, you automatically receive power. So from tomorrow, shall we start to move everyone around? So this is a direct hint. Should we do this? Acha, when a new bulletin is issued, don't say that you want 1 or 2 years, 2 or 4 months to prepare yourself. Do you have this courage? Anyway, what things do you have that belong to you? If something belongs to you, then it is everything. Whereas if nothing belongs to you, nothing is yours. So there is nothing that belongs to you for which you need to hold back yourself, but you can go into unlimited services. That's what Baba wants to say. Whatever belongs to Father is yours. So the whole world is yours. Everything that belongs to the Father is unlimited. And so everything of yours is also unlimited. So be unlimited means that everything belongs to you. So Bap Dada constantly gives special cooperation to all of you children. Sorry. Bap Dada constantly gives special cooperation to all of you children because you are instruments for service. And special serviceable souls are given special cooperation. Those who perform a special task would be remembered first. In the world outside, when you study the history of any particular time, who are remembered first in that history? Those who were special are remembered. So those who have done something different, some transformation, some changes, or some positive changes into society in that particular time, those people are remembered first in the history. Those who were special are remembered. Even in the history of the confluence age, it is the special and serviceable souls who are specially remembered first. Whenever Babdada remembers anyone, he automatically remembers those who are serviceable. He doesn't have to be told to remember anyone. All you have to do is become able to receive the return of special remembrance. So Baba is saying that Baba don't need to be told to remember anyone. If we are doing special services, if we are doing things, or if we are serving properly, we are anyway, Baba is remembering every child, but if we are doing services, Baba is going to remember us automatically. So he don't need to be told. We just need to make ourselves able to return, to service the return of special remembrance. The Father gives you all the return of your remembrance. But sometimes, because of your carelessness, you are unable to take it. So anyway, Baba is always remembering, but we are disconnected sometime. We are not connected with Bab Dada. That is the reason we are not feeling that he is remembering us, or we are not feeling his powers are coming to us. So that's what Baba is saying. Because of your carelessness, you are unable to take it, but he is giving continuously. So whatever Baba has, he gives it to you. He gives to everyone, but those who take it are number wise. So, like sometimes Baba says in Murli or Sakar Murli as well, that this is the same study, same morning Amrit Vela Yog, same study at 7 a.m. class, same evening Yog. Still, there are different numbers, there are different positions into dynasty when we get the returns of our efforts and services. So, the giver is giving unlimited continuously to everyone without any biasness. It's our capacity based on which we receive what he is giving. So Baba wants us to go into unlimited services. So he will remember us automatically. We don't need to request him, please remember me. So that's it for today's Murli. Thank you. Om Shanti. Now we'll have 1 or 2 minutes for reflection, and then we'll discuss, or we'll share our points that is take away from today's Murli. Thank you. Om Shanti. Om Shanti. So, anyone would like to share?
Om Shanti, Yogita Ben.
Om Shanti.
In the first paragraph when you read about serviceable. One of the most important thing was, the big, what I call it as a big qualification, that is equal. They use the word equal, but if you just go deeper and deeper into it, it has got so much depth in it. We just think, okay, only if this is the equal. No, it has to be like I'm not a very good mathematics student, but I remember in geometry, if you have to prove AB is equal to this, in all aspects,
Yes,
everywhere
exactly.
you have to prove it. So that way I used to think this being equal. Today, of course, Baba has given a point. But what struck me was that your body is automatically remembered. You know why the same thing was there in the Sakar Murli yesterday, and I couldn't really get that thing. If you see, it was there. We are all living souls.
Yeah.
A soul enters a living body. So I was just, I was thinking, so of course we know that secret, like it's just between 4 months or after that only the heartbeat comes. So they say the soul enters. They know that part of the proved science. But, and there also Baba says, there is a difference between a soul and a living body. See, just see the journey of the soul. The body is already there in the womb, the living body, the living formation, the hands and legs, everything is there. In that soul enters. And that difference, Baba is saying, we have to know. We have to know that there is a living body in the end. Why I'm emphasizing, and then he says, of course, you should know the difference between soul and supreme soul. And then in the end, he says, only the body remains. The soul goes out. I just like this. First, only body is there, then the soul enters. And then in the end, only body remains, the soul leaves. Then why this body should not be taken? Because he says, oh, why we have to not remember the body now in this age, because the way the soul they entered that living body, the structure, it is impure. It was not well created. It was not a good formation, and soul is entering that impure body. That is why that same body I'm carrying it throughout this life, and in the end it is naturally degraded, because everything is degraded there. So Baba is saying now, at the end also, bodies don't remain and it will not remain. So soul, soul, soul. I really liked that in the Murli. But today, after just reading this one sentence, automatically remember, I liked, so it's a very a lovely thing to know about the journey of a soul. The soul is saying, see, please, I'm very good. I entered a body like that. And then so I'm leaving. I just wanted to share that point with yesterday's Murli. Om Shanti.
Yes, yes, it is. Yes, that's a very nice, relevant point. And yes, this is what, because soul is in connection with body for the entire cycle, even though we don't consider the first 2500 years, because there we didn't like today we were not in body consciousness. So even if we remove that, still 2500 years complete connection and complete attachment with the body. So yes, it has become automatic. We don't need to remember, or we don't need to make efforts to, oh, now this is my hand, I need to raise my hand, I need to raise my first leg. We don't need to do that. It's automatic. So Baba wants us to go back in this automatic way to the soul consciousness stage, because naturally, or by default, we are souls, and that was we had this habit for this equal period in Satyug, 2500 years. So that's why Baba wants us to go back to that, because that is the only solution or the resolve for us to go to the next coming era. So yes, it is a very relevant and nice point.
But
One
now
thing,
the
yes.
soul is in pain. That we
Yeah, that
must
is the
realize.
reason it is exactly. That
Pain,
is the reason.
not a single body. So I love to understand that science, and I really like that concept of soul entering the body.
Mm-hmm.
It's in pain. I have no other choice. I have to enter this. And I've entered so many
Exactly.
bodies. I'm waiting for that
Yes.
lovely body where I can enter, that where the soul is a perfect stage in the first 2000. It has enjoyed, no, see, it knows the taste. It
Yes.
has tasted for 2500 years. So it knows
Right.
what is it to be a pure body.
Exactly. Exactly. Very nice. Yes. Anyone else? We have 2 points in chat. One is from Girija Ben, another is from Radha Ben. Radha means sister. Beggars never become best of us. Yes, now the childhood must be finished. We are in retirement stage. Yeah, irrespective of our physical age, we all are in retirement stage now because the world is going to retire completely. Yes, in Seva never says no. Say yes. Right, very nice points mentioned here. One thing that I like in today's Murli, that when Baba says that this is no more time for you to ask for yourselves. You don't need, I mean, you just don't have time to make requests for yourself, because anyway, if we see this knowledge in depth, whenever like Baba mentioned, next point, the giving is receiving itself. You don't need to, ask to others, but when you're giving it to them, it is going through you. So even a thought, a blessing, whatever it is, it's going through you. So it is first giving to your system, your physical and mental both, and then it is going out for others. So giving is itself receiving. So we don't need to, Baba has directly ordered, you don't need to waste your time in receiving or asking or requesting. You just give, you will get it automatically in return. That's a very different point, that you don't have time for yourselves. Now it's only time for others. So we need to make the most of that time now. Yes, anyone else?
The two things in today's Murli that the extended part of the Murli where Baba says that he distinguishes between who is a baby and who is a baby.
Yeah.
And he very well mentions that uh, all tantrums are thrown by babies, and he explains those tantrums to be in question. So for me to take back home is there should not be, there is no iota of doubt as to what's happening around. If we
Right.
apply the Gyan, that this is drama and it is perfect, and
Yes.
whatever is showing up in my life is my own karmas coming back. Now, having that awareness every moment is a practice for me to take back home without, or setting myself free from any questions. And
Yes.
the easy way in which he explained what is Baba and Bibi, I guess, just gets inside your existence. Okay, this is how you distinguish.
Right. Right.
Maturity is the key, and
Mhm.
being easy. Because if you look at the role of a BB in the Locking world, maybe today
It's,
it
yeah.
has a different challenge. But living in the joint family and then managing so many souls around
Yes.
and serving them. And in today's world, also, if you look at it, the BB is managing the house and the professional world as well. And it
Exactly.
definitely takes a lot of power and stability to manage all these challenges. So
Right.
I guess very well explained, and an analogy which really gets into the understanding very well. So that's the point for me to take back home.
Right, thank you. So, yes, it is very true. Even though we don't have joint families like earlier, but even in nuclear families, you said it very nicely that BV, or the woman, the, or what I would say, home minister, is taking care of everything in her home as well, and also her professional. So even though the structure of family or structure of the lifestyle is changed, but the responsibilities are more or less equal. Like earlier, they only used to take care of homes with multiple people. Now they're taking care of 2 or 3 people, but along with, they're also taking care of outside things or career or everything. So yes, responsibility is the one word with BV. wife. So that's what Baba wants us to be more responsible and sensible. Instead of showing tantrums of childhood. Those days are gone now. Those old good days are gone now. Yes, very nice. Yes, anyone else?
Yogita,
Yes.
can I just add one more thing?
Yeah,
Hello?
sure, no problem.
See, I've already put it even in the post. Very recently, I just yesterday, I saw a beautiful post, which reminded me. I don't know whether you have heard the song of Siddharth Mohan.
Mm-hmm.
मत करो माया का अहंकार खाया का अहंकार क्या लेके आए क्या लेके जाने वाले हैं. There
Mm-hmm.
are such songs itself, like to say, even there are so many historians who say, Alexander, even when he said, I came with nothing, so I want my hands to be below my coffin because I own nothing. So in
Yeah.
this paragraph where Baba said, in that thing, what things do you have that belong to you? If
Mm-hmm.
something belongs to you, then it is everything. But that word, nothing belongs to you, nothing is yours. I just received a post where it's saying, see, now I am just sitting on a lovely sofa, or I'm driving a beautiful car which I bought. I bought myself on a heavy debt. But say
Mm-hmm.
after 2 years, when I'm no more here, somebody else is going to use it. Can I go in wherever it is? Hey, please get up. That's my car. Please get
Exactly.
up. That's my sofa. No, you can't say. So you want nothing.
Right.
You go, all these things.
Exactly.
Well, it was such a post for me to really think. We have heard it, but when we just get attached to my car, my pen, my
Mm-hmm.
house, and my center or my that, nothing is going to be there. And earlier, when I used to listen to Sadhguru, he used to often say, when you're dead tomorrow, oof, you're gone. You're just like a
Yes.
wind gone. You will
Right.
only be on the photo for a few days, or memory after that, nobody will remember you.
Exactly.
So I was just, this one paragraph just reminded me, then what belongs
Mm-hmm.
to me? Only what
Mm-hmm.
belongs to the Father. So if
Right.
that way I say it doesn't belong to my father, it belongs to me. That unlimited things which I own is
Exactly.
transferred to unlimited father. Even that concept. And yesterday only I was sharing this with a few people. I like even that concept, Om Shanti.
Mm-hmm. And Shanti, yes, that's a very nice point. Yes, actually, so basically, Baba making a point that nothing belongs to you means just don't get entangled with the materialistic things, because even though you buy it, bought it, whatever, but it's just because it's a habit and it has become so common that we consider it is natural to get attached to things. But that particular attachment of any, I mean, all these materialistic specifically things, and not even just materialistic. Baba also says sometimes don't get attached to your own, to your purusharth. I mean, there is one sentence Baba always used to say in Murli, त्याग का भी त्याग करो, renounce your renunciation as well. So what you have renounced, we get to attach that also sometimes, that I have renounced this thing, I have renounced this thing, मैंने ये त्याग किया, I do this for others. So renounce your renunciation as well. What you have renounced, renounce that thought as well. So this much tyag Baba wants us to be, not to get entangled with things at that particular level. So it's a very deep thing to understand and to actually follow in practical life. It is something, yes, it really needs much power and understanding. Very nice point. Thank you, sister. Anyone else?
Om Shanti, sister.
Om Shanti. I think you're on mute, sister. Yeah, no, you're.
Now is it okay?
Yes, now I can. Yeah, you're back to mute. A second. Um, You're getting back to mute mode again, I think, sister. Would you please unmute yourself?
Yeah,
Yes, now you're unmuted. You can share your point.
yesterday, due to my slight disturbance of mind, I was asking Baba,
Mm-hmm.
Baba, is it I'm remembering you or do you remember me? And I got the answer now.
Yeah, Baba, give the answer
Yeah,
exactly.
answer now.
That
So I'm so happy about it. And then, as Sister rightly mentioned, we should not have even iota of doubt about it.
yes,
And then
exactly.
yeah, and then even after there being so many years of in knowledge, still we have that question of why, what, and all. So I think we have to put full stop for all those things and just to only believe, have full confidence in Baba.
Baba.
That's what I feel,
Exactly.
and I take that point as God has
Yeah.
given me as an answer. Thank you, sister.
Exactly. Yeah. Thank you, sister. It is really, and this is experience with everyone. I mean, every student, or I would say each and every family members of ours have this experience that whenever you have any question, you just mention it into Amrut Vela Yoga, you just create a thought and you get the answer right in the same days, Murli. It happens with everyone. I mean, I don't know, which is a direct proof that Baba is all the time listening what we are doing, what we are thinking. Baba is completely having his eyes on us for entire Sangam Yug. Is having his eyes only on his beloved children. What are you doing and what are you thinking? I'm there to answer everything. Yes, it is a very nice experience of everyone that we get answered right then and there.
And therefore we say Baba is all rounder. Sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah, that I think that's the reason that someone started saying he is omnipresented. That might be the reason. We were the people, I think, who started this in Dwapar Yuga, saying he is omnipresented. Possibly we are the one, we are the culprits.
So coming back to what the sister said, she got an answer in the Murli. I remember
Uh-huh.
one of the classes that we were listening as to now how do you connect with the Murli as a letter that you receive from God every day, and you will get your answers. And the other day I was discussing with one of the sisters in the center, and we
Mm-hmm.
said uh, we go to an Lokik counselor with one question, but how Baba is present for everyone through the Murli, and each one gets connected with the Murli with their own concerns and they get answers to it.
Right.
So everyday Murli is basically a counseling uh, you know, solution coming from Baba
Yeah.
to everyone.
Exactly, counseling solution as well as nurturing with power also, because Baba just don't give the solutions, he also give us the power to apply that solution into our lives. So he is doing all roles in one. Or sometimes Baba says in Murli, I'm doing this, I'm a dhobi, I'm a laundryman, I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher. So he's doing all roles in at one time. I think this is the only time for him also to show all his talent to his children. That's why he's playing all the roles at the same time. Because when Satyug is going to start, he will be into retirement for 2,500 years. He is having no work in that time, so he is having only this time to show all his talent. Just a joke, but yes, he's playing all roles for us, for his children, which is a very, we should be grateful to him that he's playing all roles: mother, father, friend, every. I don't remember. I don't think there is any role missing is missing that he has not played or he has not given the experience of any particular role. It's just how much we are taking. That, like he said in last line, he's giving everything without any bias. It's just us who are taking number wise. So we need to broaden our spectrum and we need to take more.
Yeah, I think Girija has very well mentioned, Google Baba takes care of your Lokik needs, but
Yeah,
again,
right.
Murli is basically your, inward out approach of knowing your own self. So this is in Wikipedia, and Google for your
Yes,
alokik world and your inner world.
yes, exactly. And not just a Lokik word. I remember in Sakar Murli sometimes Baba also shares something which is related to Lokik word that we never heard before. Something. I mean, I don't remember right now any specific. I can't say anything specifically right now, but it has happened sometimes that Baba is explaining few things that were as a as a habit or as a part of tradition into old days that we didn't heard any time from anywhere from any friends or anyone. But sometimes Baba also explain or give us kind of a general knowledge of Lokik word as well, to to
But
to create an analogy or to give as an example for us to for our Purusharth. But sometimes he also give us some GK from Lokik word as well.
but Yogita Ben, the Sakar Murli sometimes, it's cut.
Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I say, what? And there are so many times I have so many questions. I say, Papa, it's very odd what you're saying. And I
Yeah,
write it
even
down.
Sakamulis are always odd because it was not the part, it was the time when it was
Yeah.
not
No,
conducted
it
as
was
a
like a
Murli. Yeah,
breakfast
exactly.
conversation. So I
Right.
used
It
to
was.
find so many, and I used to write at the back of my Murli diary. I have to
Yeah.
find out this. But that's why it's yesterday when that one thing, soul, living body, even though we know,
Yes,
but
yes.
today is one thing. Avyakt, I don't know. They are actually like rich
Avyakt
Google
Murli are completely in the
because it's
chronological order. Yeah.
direct from my Bap Dada.
Exactly. And even Sakar Murli was directly from him, but at that time it was not conducted as a Murli, as a lecturer kind of thing. It was their normal talk to children because he was about to, it was a time of it was the initiation of this institution. So Baba used to just talk them just like father-children relation. And in that, just like we chat with our parents, he used to share knowledge. And suddenly you go to one point, suddenly he's on different point. It is there in Sakar Murli. Yes, but Avyakta Murli is completely in one with one specific topic, and it is completely in like chronological order or in a proper sequence. Yes. Anyone else want to share anything? Anything, not just related to Murli, any your experience you would like to share, or anything that is relevant to today's Murli that you want to share or ask, or any point that we can churn a little more for, let's say, 3 or 5 minutes max, so we can finish today on time. Anyone have anything? Please speak up.
Om Shanti, sister.
Om
Today,
Shanti.
Baba refers about royal begging. Royal begging
Mhm.
means there goes on asking Baba, give me power, cooperation. Please help
Right.
me to carry out this task. In this way, we are begging means Baba said, devotee only beg. Why are you people, my, what we can
Begging
say?
like this, yeah, right.
Why are you people of mine? My children's goes on begging in this way, Baba
Right,
asking.
right.
We have the rights to do. No.
Exactly. Yes, and Baba also said that when you have become my children, you've got everything as a क्या बोलते हैं उसको, the Hindi word, as a birthright. You have received everything as a birthright because now you are my children, so you don't need to beg anything. I remember one more thing just connected to this. In one Murli, Baba said that those who don't do things even after telling, they are demons. Those who do things after telling them that please do, they are human beings. And those who are doing things without telling, those are like deities. So in that Murli, I remember Baba said that when you ask me to do anything or you request me, please do this for me, it means you are bringing me back down to the level of human. So you're forgetting that who I am, and you're bringing me down to your level by it's a proof that you don't, just like today Baba says, don't have doubts. So in that Murli, I remember he said that you are bringing me down to your level by asking me or requesting me to do this or that for you. So you don't need to do that. Like Baba said today, you don't need to ask me to remember you. if you're doing things, I'm automatically going to remember you. So yes, begging is something we shouldn't do now.
Yogita Ben, I had just one thing when you were reading even the Murli. Baba says Baba never leaves his self-respect. I was just trying to, I wanted to know what is the list of Swaman of Babdada self-respect. I was just churning on it. If you could also share something. Very one line, Babdada doesn't leave his self-respect. I wanted to know what is his self-respect.
I think, I mean, this is what I mean. From my perspective, I think because he don't need to keep any Swaman. He is not someone who is getting attached to body, so he needs to, practice and come back to his soul consciousness. He is forever in soul consciousness because he is the one who is the creator. First thing, he never get entangled. First of all, he is a Janma, so he never get birth like human soul. That is why he can never be attached to anybody. But I think self-respect in this case, what Baba is saying, we should keep our self-respect means just like him, we should keep ourselves into soul consciousness. This is what I think, because other than that, there is no anything that connects as a Swaman for Baba. Baba don't need any Swaman. This is we who need for our practice to go back to our soul consciousness, which is the original stage of Baba. So I think that is what he's saying by saying self-respect. But
No,
if
that
you,
one question, please read. Does Baba ever forget his self-respect? Immediately I said, Baba, let me know what is your self-respect. I will do the checking. I just told that. Just see that question. Does Baba ever forget his self-respect? So that I asked Baba a question. You are checking my Swaman, Baba. I want to know whether really you forget or not. So what is Baba self? So I just that it came in the mind. I thought maybe
right.
you may have some idea.
No, I think only that can be related to that. I personally think because there shouldn't be any other Swaman for him. He don't need to have Swamans like that. He is ever pure. Every quality that we are listening or we are learning to attain or we are trying to attain, he is abundance of, his ocean of each and every quality of what we are learning. So I think or maybe he's just saying it to for us to motivate that when Baba is not forgetting that he is supreme soul, then how you can forget that you are a soul, you are the children of the supreme soul. So that maybe and even if we just go with the word self-respect, self is me, that I am a soul. So my basic of self-respect should be I am a soul, or I'm a children of a supreme soul, I'm a child of a supreme soul. So I think it is only connected to soul consciousness point, nothing else. This is what I think. But if anyone have any other point or any other perspective, just share so we can, get more understanding or different viewpoint for this particular statement. If anyone want to share, please go ahead.
My voice audible?
Yes, it's audible. Yes, sister, go ahead.
Sister, self-respect in this sense, I am taking it in the sense, our actions is self-respect. Suppose we are begging or we are crying or we are putting ourselves down. It is a self-respect of a father because we are the children of a father. So when we do all these unwanted things, I think he's losing his self-respect. Because usually when we put down our father, Lokic father down, naturally he will lose his self-respect. In the same manner, when we do all this begging or crying or doing unwanted things, I think he loses his self-respect. Maybe he's taking like that, and our actions maybe
possibly, yes, because he's not going to lose it definitely, but just for us to understand or to understand the level, that at what level you children are, or you are the children of whom, we should remember that for that understanding or for that purpose he must have said this. Does Baba forget anytime his self-respect? That is also possible. Yes, that is also possible, because he is not going to lose his respect for any reason, because he is going to be forever so those are becoming disservice. Maybe for that reason also yes, that is also for, I mean, that can also be another aspect of this self-respect point. Yes, that's true. Okay, so if we have anything else, or we should wrap up for today, it's almost time. So we'll check our self-respect today, and we'll try to be in our self-respect for the whole day. So in this remaining 2-3 minutes, we can, plan our day for the inner work, of course, not the external things, the inner work for how to remain into our self-respect. Om Shanti. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity, and have a wonderful day to all of you. Om Shanti.
Let's remember Baba for a minute before we close for the day. Let's be in silence.
Om Shanti. Thank you to Baba. Thank you, Yogita Ben. Thank you, Divine Family. See you tomorrow at 5 a.m. Till that time, have a peaceful day.
Thank you. Om Shanti.